Tachimoto Megumi of Japan faces Irina Kіндзерська of Ukraine. We've had a little bit of a...
She actually in 2012 lost to Karina Bryant in the... to get into the final, into the bronze, into the semi-final.
Her sister went a few places better a few months ago in Rio.
That's it. In Rio, she was up there and world champion. World Championships took a silver in 2015, a bronze, 2 bronzes, 2014 and 2013. So she's been consistent within the World Championships for the past 3 years on a trot. It's a record.
I think Kіндзерськa's really got her hands full here.
I think so too.
I mean, we know how... We know what an expert Tachimoto is in Newaza, but she's also got some strong throwing skills.
Well, she's able to move the heavyweights, and that's what we've seen throughout the day. She's got that lovely little bounce that you quite like, that sort of... It actually puts the heavyweights off. They tend to sort of freeze on the spot, because that's the one thing, if you're a heavyweight, you don't like to move because it's the balance thing, and they stay and they plod around the mat like a robotic sort of way, and by keeping their feet firmly on the ground obviously keeps a better balance for them. And as soon as you start moving like Tachimoto does with them, that's when she skips underneath, and she's got a cracking Osotogari that we've seen earlier on.
Wango Chow, the Chinese referee, decided that it was too uncomfortable for Tachimoto to continue with the judogi top over her head, so called mate. Let them tidy their gis up, and we're back underway now with a little over 2.5 minutes left to go. First real big movement we've seen from Tachimoto there. She was over on the left side and then out very quickly when she realized didn't have quite enough breaking of the balance there to get Kіндзерська over.
Well, Kіндзерськa there looking to get that left hand high over in the collar, and I'm surprised that Tachimoto is engaging so close. I would have felt that she would have opened her up a bit more, created that space, and then come through for that Osotogari that we've seen in previous matches.
I get the feeling that Tachimoto isn't necessarily, overly concerned about being close to Kіндзерськa. She knows her well, they've fought before, and she probably feels that she's not going to get thrown. She's got that kind of confidence. Well,
it's nice to have that confidence, but when they're so big, do you want to take a chance? We've got the Tayatoshi there. She breaks the balance of the Ukraine, follows it through into the Newaza.
Because your initial reaction when you're concerned about getting thrown by someone is you don't want them gripping up at all, or you're forcing them into grips from which you think they're not going to be able to produce a throw.
And also it's so physically demanding. If you could imagine the size of the Ukraine pounding all that weight down on you, how draining of your energy that must be. So to keep it light and open and pick off and trying to find the space to be able to clip away at those feet and follow through with the Seanagis and the Osotogaris that she has got.
She's not at all concerned about giving up the lapel at all. Not at all.
She seems to be... And the energy that's zapped out of both of them will be a lot.
Yeah. Inside the last minute, Tachimoto persisting with going over on the left side. Left Tayatoshi, I think, is what is in mind. It's Kіндзерськa who picks up a penalty for passivity.
Well, both of them have got great Osotogaris, and we have seen them today. As you can see, she's trying to hook in there, Ukraine, right round the back of the knee, and then hop around to the rear. She's got that height advantage to be able to do that, but I don't think she's got the energy somehow today. Not in this final. I think it's been a long day.
I really like this idea of not looking just at that Shido and thinking, okay, I'm going to do this now with 12
That's
seconds to
right,
go.
yes.
No, you haven't scored yet.
Yeah.
It also means that Kіндzerska is still in it.
Yes.
There's the tension remains, and that's why I think that we've had so few poor golden score contests. The golden scores contests have been interesting because the tension it just continued there.
Yes. Well, this is a long struggle for these. There's 4 minutes, and now they go into the golden score. So this is really about who's got the physical and attributes, who's actually fit enough to then last the pace on this, because this has been a grueling 4 minutes.
Again, the gi comes up and over the head. You sort of pull that down at the back if you can. And Wongo Chow is just pointing that out.
The belt comes off, and who would blame her? It's been a lot of work out there, and they're obviously very tired.
Well, the one who's in most danger here is Kіндzerska, because she can't afford another error. In golden score, it will count against her. She'll lose.
Well, Kіндzerska has to really now step it up. She really does have to put it into second gear. We've been in first all the way through now, and now it's about changing. It's the first time you've seen a little bit more reaction from both of them. Spark of energy from both.
Oh dear. Yeah. And with that, Kіндzerska, a little bit of pressure. Tachimoto just became a little bit overly defensive, and she picked up a penalty now. So things are really even now. The first score will win it, or whomsoever is penalised will lose. Not a lot of ashiwaza from Tachimoto.
Well, favourite techniques they have with the Osota, and this is like, it's looking very messy, and I think this is where Tachimoto could end up seeing her next. Shido, well, no, he's let it ride.
That was lucky, because it looked pretty poor from Tachimoto. Couldn't stand up to a reasonably strong pull. So real trouble with her gi again.
Well, Kіндzerska there is actually putting a little bit more, well, I say a little bit more, but she's a little bit more aggressive with the movements, and just making Tachimoto look really untidy, really.
Single score would do it. Well, she won't get penalised for passivity now after that strong effort on the left. It's like tennis here, you know. It's your turn now, Kіндzerska.
Yeah, back to back, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
there goes Tachimoto again. Kіндzerska behind the pace now. Another good strong attack here from Tachimoto, and then all of a sudden things have changed. Oh, beautiful counter! Absolutely super.
Nice. Well, I'm glad to see that there was a score. It wouldn't have been so good to see a penalty being awarded there, and a great attack there, counter attack.
Well, Tachimoto fancied wrapping it up by just putting the pressure on and maybe drawing a second penalty against Kіндzerska, but she put in one attack that was a little bit loose at the end. Kіндzerska with the, well, maybe it was Tani Otoshi to finish off Tachimoto. We'll see it in the replay, but hey, she's off and on her way. Some tears, a few tears.
I think that's what you call exhaustion.
Hug for the coach. Worked up a bit of perspiration there. We'll call it that, I suppose. Let's have a look and see how this finished off.
Yes, she just glowed very well.
These are the highlights of this final on the screen.
Yeah, Kosoto there.
Yeah, Kosoto taking both the legs. Yeah, why not? Kosoto.
Oh yeah, she took the yeah. No, she did well there. She stretched across. Tachimoto left herself wide open
Just
there.
a little bit
She
weak
is
with the last one. She was just
very,
pushing,
very
wasn't
weak
she?
on that attack. But like we said, that physical gripping and not moving and not keeping herself out of danger, she was draining it. She was depleted of energy near the end.
I think we've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 100 kilo category coming up next.
Under 100 Kilogramm. Meine Damen und Herren, die Siegerehrung der Männer bis 100 Kilogramm. The medals presented by head medals presented.
Right, we've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the plus 78 kilo category. Let's have a look at the lineup. I think it's Bernd Achilles who is going to be presenting the medal series. And the bronze medals go, first of all, to Sone Akira of Japan. And also to Larissa Čerik of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Got that flash of pinkish reddish dyed hair.
This was probably over everybody's suit.
Silver medal goes to Tachimoto Megumi of Japan. And the gold medal goes to Irina Kindzerska of Ukraine.
The prize money and flowers presented by member of the board of the German Judo Federation, responsible for women's affairs, Miss Laura Zafak. Dear spectators, please all rise for the national anthem of Ukraine.
And now the national anthem of Ukraine.
Thank you very much. The group picture with the VIP and judoka.
Well, it was Sone Čerik, Tachimoto and Kindzerska who finished as they are the top four.